So we have 3 blades, and before we close shop, we have so much wood that we need to use. We have Bacote, Guanacal Alves. We have a really nice piece of zebra wood. This was Chechen we used in a previous video. And most of all that I wanted to use for a while is tulip wood. This looks like some strawberry shortcake kind of deal. We're gonna cut these to a manageable length, and we'll see where we go from there. I didn't show any of the, cutting footage, but we basically cut these 3 woods: zebra wood, Chechen, and tulip wood. But the handle isn't big enough to just be one solid piece. We're gonna go one step further, and we actually cut out these little individual blocks. And we're gonna see which combination is kind of, the best looking. Right now I'm kind of seeing the zebra wood go with the tulip wood, the Chechen going with the tulip wood, and the zebra wood going with the Chechen. It's kind of funny when you say it. There's also going to be a layer of cloth right here. I was thinking about taking a very thin piece of some clear wood, maybe cedar, and putting it, but I'm just keeping this basic as it can be, so it's more simple for others and people to follow. Not everybody, has expensive tools like that. If you actually notice, these blocks are, well, look at that. Nope. Well, they went with the grain, but we're just gonna rotate them so they have more exposure. So you have more types of wood being shown, and we'll get these rolled out. Let's get the holes all in center so we can get this as closely as we can, and this is going to be very fun. Very important note is that these are smaller blades than the Lauris we used to. These are slightly smaller. They're closer to a Mora, but notice how thick the the transition from blade to tail. Luckily we have these, but we can't just simply drill a 1/4-inch hole. The 1/4-inch hole won't be big enough. We might have to go old-fashioned and actually burn it in. But we'll see. It's a process. It's a process. Ooh. Actually, believe it or not, it's really hard to drill 2 holes next to each other. But it was pretty decently painful. We need a vise for that. We might just have to go old-fashioned and have to burn them in, unless I have a spade bit that's about the same size of the width of the tang. If not, we can always just drill 1/4 inch and then just burn through the 1/4 inch and have a slit in it. Huh. This is pretty smart right there. Yeah, that might be it. Coming up with things as we go. Okay, so after drilling these holes, man, that handle's gonna be way too weak. I'm glad I didn't even drill into these main pieces. So what I ended up doing is modifying these. They look a little bit skinnier, don't they? That's because they are. Look at that. Compared to that, we get almost a whole 1/4 inch off. Well, you can't even tell. Shame. Camera issues. But what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to have to drill. I'm going to recut some of these pieces, drill a small hole through them, and what I did learn is that I can actually burn a slot through most of these woods relatively easily with one of these. If not, we can always put the Dremel to it, but you learn as you go, right? You learn as you go. So these are going to be some nice scrap pieces. I'm going all Scandinavian on it, and I drilled 2 little holes in each piece. Oh, fun fact, I ran out of zebra wood, so I actually used olive wood. Very desirable wood, very pretty, very everything. I'm kind of disappointed that I have to use it. I have lots of it, though. It's like hoarding wood. So I'm just going to go ahead and burn right through the middle of this with a normal, not the tail of them, but a file. A lot of people ask me. Yes, a file. Now for a very classic mine. Ooh. When I say that some oil came out of the wood, some oil legit just came out of the wood. Kinda neat. Kinda educational. Again. I'm getting all kinds of fireworks. This has been a logistical nightmare. From the blades being too thick to being ground down, to fitting this, to replacing several pieces of wood. Man. Would I recommend these blades? I recommend the larger ones. You get more bang for your buck, really. And they're easier to work with because the tang itself is a little skinnier. As a matter of fact, I haven't even tried to put these bolsters in just... Yep. You can just see. But I got them to the point where a lot of them will fit on each other. And, for example, if we were used to tulip wood and we want to put some Chechen on it, we can do it. We can do it. Pretty decent size. We don't even need bolsters, really. I'm about to glue this up natural. But you know what? The bolster ought to give it that little extra pretty look, I guess. Let me see if the bolsters even fit. If not, this video is probably just going to skip to epoxy. Oh, wait. It's going to do that either way. Man, these motherfuckers ain't even fitting. Oh, look at that. Whatever. We'll see what we do. Okay, so I ended up clamping them all and tying them with fishing string, so keep the pressure onward. And I then record a lot of the video. Oh, actually, yes, I did. So never mind. I thought I wasn't, but now we're gonna shape them. I'm not gonna show each individual step in shaping or sanding because I actually don't do a lot of sanding in general. The belt grinder takes a lot of that. And I'm not sure about any photos or finishing the video today because it's beautiful rain outside. Oh well though. So far I got them squared up. And you can see the figuring in a lot of these woods are very pretty. But the whole point of squaring them out is so you can have dimensions to work by. Actually, if you see them, these taper a little bit outwards. That's because you try to put more angle on the front. At least I do. And right now, we're actually going to give it a little belly and then just cut rough right there. Like a very classic shape that I'm used to making. But I think these are going to turn out very pretty. You see the zebra wood does not look anything like the olive wood. Similar-ish, but I mean, oh well. At least it's kind of nice looking though. It's not ugly wood. Of grinding the bellies doesn't take very long, but ideally you do one of them first. Actually, I did this one first, then I kind of did the other one until I kind of matched it up, and so on and so forth. I did all. The whole point of these three knives are they're going to be very similar, and now we're just gonna round them off and give them that clip right here, because the clip kind of just feels right. Just having something square just doesn't feel the most ergonomic, and Then I'm going to run into a little belt that is pretty old. I've been using it to polish for a while. And that's the sanding that it has done. And then dip it in them oil and make them look pretty. Ooh, that fell. Knife making is an art. That's some epoxy that we can take off with some denatured alcohol. These haven't been fully sanded yet. I'm probably not gonna go any further in sanding whatsoever. The shape is done. It feels comfortable. Handles are relatively smooth. I might hit it lightly with some miscellaneous sandpaper, maybe some 200, but there's no tool marks whatsoever because using progressive belts that have been aged. You know what? I might just hit it with a nice 220 sandpaper, light and quick, and dip them in oil for you. I just cut the shit out of myself actually, and I'm wearing gloves right here. I was like, being all fancy, going like this, and then blap. Yeah, that's why you don't go like that, kids. You see that Japanese people do it? Yeah, you're not Japanese. Don't do it. Okay, first one is going to be tulip wood and Chechen. Ba-bam. That's a pretty decent color combination. Look at that. I thought the Chechen was gonna be a little bit more revealing. Maybe in the other ones it will be, but it's all right looking, and it ain't bad. Tulip wood looks really pretty though. Very, very, very natural looking. That's a nice color to it. Tulip wood and olive wood. Haha, that kind of matches. Ooh, just the tip. Olive wood always looks the same. Whether it's wet or dry, it will always look that creamy, veiny. Kind of looks like fat when you dissect something. I was in a human anatomy class. That's why I would know. Last but not least, ooh, that looks really nice just there. Very earthy color on this one. That's the Chechen and the zebra wood. They look very nice together. Very earthy tones we're getting from this one. Very subtle earthy. I like this combination quite a bit. Luckily, we did the cross grain version of Chechen and not the straight grain. You see that huge difference? I kind of like a lot more the cross grain than anything. And same with the tulip wood. The tulip wood does look the same regardless. I think there's still a little bit of sunlight out. I might go photograph these up real quick, except it's raining. Yep. That's the project for today, though. So here they are. They all kind of handle the same, so I'm not gonna... Yeah, I'm actually individually gonna handle each one. They got some pretty colors in them. That tulip wood is killer. I actually cut the hell out of myself with this one. Oh wait, this one? I'm not sure. That Chechen, the zebra would make a really nice contrast. But this has been the project with 3 plates. Expect a few more coming because I still got quite a bit of wood to go. That olive wood though, just so plain looking. Oh well.